Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 38 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 27. Last we left off, things went from not so great to okay before three injuries and a suspension completely blew up our rotation. As you can see, we currently sit 64 and 74. We are 13 games back of the division, so that is long gone. However, 5.5 games back of the wild card spot. Now, a point of order about the AL wild card. The Tigers, odds are they're going to have one of the spots. The Guardians will have the other if they catch them. Blue Jays are 3.5 games up of the Red Sox behind them, so that's where things stand. We are in this mix of teams that probably aren't going to make it, but you never know. The magic number currently is 24 for the Red Sox, which is just less than the amount of games left to play. There are no regular season games in October. So what you see is what we get. We have series against the Mets, Red Sox, Padres, and then on the road to Yankees, the A's, who are now in Vegas in this save, and the Cardinals before two divisional series to wrap the Royals and the Tigers. So, for all intents and purposes, here's my plan. We are just going to play through these September games until we either make the playoffs or we're eliminated. So it could be a short episode if things get off to a pretty slow start. Um, if we do get eliminated, I'll probably sim more than I play the series the rest of the way, just so we can reach an off season where we have a lot of change coming up. But we have reached September, which means rosters have expanded to 28 players. The first decision was really simple. Connor Prelip came back from his injury, so we have brought him back into our bullpen fold. He's been really good this season through 51 innings, 2.65 ERA. Percentiles look great, so definitely good to have him back in the fold. And then lineup wise, similarly, Miguel Vargas returned from his nearly month-long injury. So he is going to take over in that DH spot against lefties, and we're just going to play it out. Today, though, we are seeing the MLB debut of Jose Davila, one of our top prospects at one point who I so, so much regret not trading away and selling high when his potential was at a 60 last year. Now it has dropped all the way to a 45. He's done pretty well in the minors this season. Obviously, you can see by his percentiles. However, he's only going to have two good pitches. Control isn't really there either. So we'll see around that. But without further ado, let us get into this first game against the Mets with the aforementioned Jose on the mound. Walker Jenkins still has this back spasm issue. He's been having it since the dawn of time. So we are dropping him in the lineup order to seventh. Kalen Culpepper will be leading off. And then I swapped out some outfielders. Henry Mendez, I've called back up from AAA with Alan Roden being the corresponding move because realistically, there's no spot for Roden on next year's team. Henry Mendez, though, could carve out a role, but it would require him to be very, very good in this month of September. So, without further ado, let us begin this series. Jose on the mound, a clean first inning of work, as we all, I'm sure, predicted. Obviously, we're 10 games under 500. We are 5.5 games back of the wild card. odds are we're not making the playoffs. However, you never know. So I'm still going to play out this month, until we are officially done. Then we'll probably sim some games and see what lies ahead as runners are at the corners for Royce Lewis getting the start at third against the lefties as he does ground out, but it scores Culpepper. I'll take that trade. Gonzalez lines out. Unfortunate. And Jacob Young goes down swinging, but we struck first. So there is that. But now Alvarez is on second for Brett Beatty, who hits it up into right and gone. A 2-run shot for Beatty, his 19th on the year. That is impressive. Does that say Cal Tucker's on the Mets? Is that what that says? Indeed. 6 years, 255 million is what. So he left. So he left the Dodgers after 2 seasons and then went to the Mets. Quite the journeyman he turned into, huh? Vargas gets it down. Very good. And my entire thing with Miguel Vargas is, we tried trading him at the deadline for those that didn't watch that episode, and no one would take it. Like he had no value, despite the fact that he's put together a pretty decent season for us. Um, and so now it's just a question of do we want to extend him or not, or more likely, just try to bring him back in free agency as Jose hits Carson Benj for Francisco Lindor. Bases loaded into right and off the porch. Yeah, this one could get ugly, folks. Strap in. Brace yourselves. All right. I wouldn't have hated a throw to first there, but you get the first out. And a wild pitch scores the last run. So it is a 6-1 Mets with Juan Soto at the plate. All right, he flies out. Because we are going to have to make 2 starting rotation changes when John Klein comes back from suspension and when Shane Baz comes back from injury. Jose is going to be one of the guys sent down. I think that'll just be a question of when in order to get the starts sort of figured out. Because right now, I mean, technically, we're still in the playoff hunt, you know. And as long as we are, we might as well play like it. And then when we're eliminated, we can kind of shift gears, as it were. 2 men on in the fourth for Rocchio, who swings at a pitch in the opposite batter's box. Fair enough. Oh, and AJ Ewing hits it to the corner. Well, that'll clear the bases, won't it? Man. All right. We are going to get Ben Kasparius warming up. Oh, they're trying to run on Bernal. Big mistake. And he hits Benj again. Jose, can you relax, please, and not kill people? As Lindor grounds out to end the inning, but that'll definitely be it for Jose. Not exactly a good start. I think we can all agree. So we're going to bring in Kasparius, and he's just going to have to work for a bit. You got this, Ben. Good man. All right, 2 men are aboard for Culpepper. He has 2 hits already today. Hits it to third. I'll take that. Gets us the run. I'm a little annoyed that my drop didn't go to 3 there because the third baseman had to come in for it, but whatever. There we go. Royce Lewis does get it down. Meidroth makes it home. We've cut the lead to 4. And Gabe hits into the fielder's choice. All right, let's see if Ben can get me the 6th. Oh boy. Ewing hits it to short. The throw in time. All right, we're going to get the aforementioned Connor Prelip warming up. Hey, Benj didn't get hit this time. All right, they get a run. You can deal there. And a wild pitch moves him to third. Yikes. I do think the minute we're eliminated from playoff contention, Kasperius is going to go to AAA. Because for all intents and purposes, he's been pitching pretty well, but once we're eliminated, he doesn't have that much value for us because he is 30 and he was in AAA most of the year anyway. Bernal flies out. Let's see if Prelip can get me the seventh. Good man. He is at 23 pitches, and I do have the bullpen arms to burn at least. So I'm going to let him face Rocchio, and then I'll do the flip. Dang. Rocchio gets aboard. All right. Conley early. Good luck, buddy. Oh, they got the run. We're going to pinch hit here. Bring in Mendez. Hits it into center, but that is going to be caught. Then he'll take over and right. Conley early is at 28 pitches, which is not really where I want him to be in my life. So we're just going to bring up Yandere for the ninth. Buddy, just get the outs. Thank you. And that's all she wrote. Yeah. I mean, Jose got killed. Bats weren't great. That's that. All right, Klein is back. I think I'm just going to send Jose down, back down to AAA. And then have him take over. Because when does Shane Boz come back? Oh, 10 days. He's out longer than I thought. Okay, that's fine. Then, yeah, I'll give Klein the start here, and then everything else can be normal. As it is another lefty. I'm going to give Walker the day off just because. Yeah, seeing this man try to hit while he's tired is not really where I want to be in my life. Or not tired, I should say, but just not functioning great. All right, runners at the corners. Royce Lewis hits it into right. That should get down, and it does. Culpepper scores. Throw not in time. Very good. Two men in scoring position. Gabe Gonzalez, my beloved. Oh, they hit a W hurt. Cool. Bases loaded. Jacob Young swings at the 3-1, flies out to center, but will definitely score. Keishel. Val Vargas lines out to short. Mendez does take the walk. I mean, if nothing else, Braxton Garrett is at 29 pitches in the first inning. Bernal flies out. Bases loaded, no outs. You get 2 runs. I don't know if you love that for the offense. Beautiful skybox right now. Gavin Lux is walked. 2 men are aboard for Suero. Swing and a miss. Rocchio hits it into left. That's going to get down. Throw it, Mendez. Well, he did. Wasn't in time, but he did. AJ Ewing goes down swinging. Very good. Bottom of the 4th. Oh, and Mendez is hurt with a twisted ankle. Well, congrats, Trey Morgan. You're going to get left field the rest of the game. Good luck, buddy. I just want to see if, like, for whatever reason, giving Jenkins a couple days off will heal him of his soreness because he's been hitting very poorly while he's been hurt. Two men in scoring position for Culpepper. Hits it up, but not nearly far enough. And Keishel hits it deep to center. Caught. Once again, we threaten. We do not score. Trey will take over in left. Let's see if John can give me the fifth. Maybe, maybe not. Can he get Juan Soto? Nope, walked him. All right, that'll be it. We will turn it over to David Festa to face Brett Beatty. Please don't walk him. Good man. All right, out of that jam, can our offense do anything? No. The answer to my question was David. You know, David, for a guy that gets paid $10 million, you sure do allow a lot of runs. And Maedroth hits in to a particularly depressing double play, and Culpepper strikes out. Ay, ay, ay. All right, we're going to get Mason Montgomery warming up. And David Festa has now allowed 3 runs. Killing me, Smalls. Mason. Oh my God. He has allowed 3 straight runners to come aboard. Gets AJ Ewing. All right. Nope. I was like, hey, we had a man on second. And then the prompt strikeout. Wow, Mason does not have it. He's allowed 4 hits already. Yeah, that's going to score Benj. Oh, brother. Mason, dude. All right, we're going to get Watanabe. And they scored the other run, too. Fair enough. Yeah. I think the writing is unfortunately on the wall a bit that our days are numbered. Thank you, Watanabe. All right, 2 men are aboard for Gabe. Let's go. Let's see if we can get something here. Gonzalez gets it down in left. Very good serves. All right, we've cut the lead to 4. They brought in Mason Miller, so this could get very ugly. And he strikes out Jacob Young. Miguel Vargas flies out to center. So Trey Morgan is our last out, and he pops it up. Well, I think we had a chance to make it fun there at the end, but no such luck. We left 32 men on. Miguel Vargas went 0 for 5 with 3 Ks, by the way, just for those keeping track of home. Yikes. We're just going to have Mendez essentially play through it as you do. All right. We are going to sim. Am I skipping a Mason start? Yeah, I'm going to skip a Mason Molina start. We're going to sim the finale with Joe Ryan on the mound. All right, we won that one 4-3. Luke Keishel with a home run. Look at this madness. 1-1 was scored, and then they scored 3 in the 9th, all off Keckering. That's rough. When you get the win, but also the blown save. Joe Ryan did pretty good. Happy with that. Well, we salvaged something from that series, but obviously, if we want to make up the playoff difference, we need to do a lot more than that. Watanabe is a finger blister. He just won't pitch. Jenkins still has this injury, dude. All right. Let's go in to the Red Sox series then. Bradley on the mound. I'm gonna sit Miguel Vargas. He's upsetting me as of late. We're gonna have Trey Morgan bat fourth. And then how tired of my infielders? And they're looking okay. Against righties, I think we're gonna have Luke Keeschel in at second base, which objectively, like, it's not good defensively, but I think I want to give Trey Morgan the ABs sort of down the stretch. I think what I'll actually do now, though, is I'm going to give Campos, I'm going to sit Campos. Trey Morgan can DH, Keeschel to first. Merrick Houston will take over at second base. Let's try running that out there and see what happens. 2 men are aboard. I'm not worried. See, we're fine. All right, Trey Morgan, lead off double. That'll play. Jacob Young struck out. His K percentage seems to be a lot worse than it is. So I don't quite know what the cause of that is. Let's see if Jenkins can bring Trey home. He hits it into right, and it's over the leaping, jumping head of Abreu. Very nice. We do take the lead. Eduardo Tait grounds out to end the fun. But hey, we're on the board. Uh-oh. We're fine. All right. Merrick Houston's on second. Culpepper grounds out. That's not going to help anybody. Keeschel takes the walk. All right. And swing and a miss from Gabe. Ray strikes out. Ay, 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 ay. You got this, Taj. See? I'm not worried. Never, never worried. Oh, you got this, Taj. See, we're okay. See if Merrick Houston can go 2 for 2 here. Took the walk. Culpepper flies out to center. Uh-oh. All right, they did take their pitcher out of the game. So they're going to Corey Abbott, who promptly will induce a double play. Fair enough. I don't have great bullpen availability. We're gonna get Bregenheimer warming up. Come on, Taj, give me a double play to end this thing. Come on, come on. He hits it to second, and they get the double play. Beautiful work. That'll be it for Taj. 6 shutout innings. Love to see it. Royce Lewis hits it into center. That's down. 1 run will score. The throw in. No such luck. Very good. All right. Come on, Walker. He's 2 for 2 today. Make that 3 for 3. That should score both runners, and we are up 4-0. Let's keep this party going. Eduardo off the fence. I thought that had a chance. RBI double for our catcher. And we already know the good news is we know our catcher room next year. It's going to be Eduardo Tait and Leo Bernal. Whether, which one of them is the starter, that is up for more debate. So that'll be it for Taj. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks. We'll turn to Breckheimer for the 7th. Clean as a whistle. He is at 16 pitches, and his stamina is not good. we're going to get Prelip warming up for the 8th. Actually, Breckheimer, you got this. Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get for leaving him in a little bit too long. And Houston has an error at second. Herrera gets it down. I'm leaving Breckheimer in way too long. Prelip, you got this. Good man. Never a doubt. All right. 2 men are aboard for Eduardo. And they walked him. Merrick Houston's up. Hits it into center. That will be caught, but it will score another insurance run. We'll take that and like it. Culpepper pops up. Bad day for him. He went 0 for 5. Connor. Thank you. Not great from our 2 bullpen arms, but pretty happy overall. Eduardo Tait has 3 errors at catcher. He has 27 games played, by the way. Just so we're clear on that. Walker Jenkins went 3 for 3, which is, when was his last multi-hit game? I literally cannot see it. Oh boy. But hey, we got the win. And now Luis is going to step up to the mound. I'm going to give Walker a day off. Mendez can go. And then I'm going to put to the lefty again. Yeah, I'm fine with keeping it like this. All right, Luis, your last start was abysmal. Let's see what you got today. Lean first inning, already an improvement. Culpepper leadoff double. Keishel ground out, moves him to third. I love that 1-2 combo. Royce Lewis hits it deep to right and caught. The throw in. It looked in time, but they call him safe. He definitely looked out on the animation. But I will take what I can get. All right, Luis. You got this. Good man. All right, Vargas is on second for Bernal. Hits it into right. That's going to get down. Vargas goes for home. Leo's going for second, and they are both safe. A double for our catcher. Meidroth strikes out. Go to the third. Uh-oh. This could be trouble. Marcelo Meyer. It's it to first. And he's going to be safe because of that stupid, slow animation looking thing. Roman Anthony, though, hits into a double play. So everything is fine. Oh, 2-run shot from Christian Campbell. Red Sox tie it up. See if Vargas can match. No, but he does hit the line drive into right, which should score Gabe Gonzalez. And it does. Very good, sir. I think that's the argument for keeping Vargas, is he's been pretty good. Like if you look at his splits, he has the slugging against righties, but the on base percentage is a 275. He has the on base and the slugging against lefties. So the argument to keep him is he's your DH against lefties. The problem with that is you're using a spot in your roster for a guy that can't really play defense and can only really hit lefties. The Tigers in real life are seeing the problem with that with Jahmai Jones at the moment. All right, let's see if Lewis can give me the 5th. It's not looking great. Rafaela to the plate, swing and a miss. Can he get Meyer? Indeed. Come on, 3 for 3 Ks. Roman Anthony, bang. It's a to second. Got him. Luis is doing good. I think he's still probably the odd man out when Shane Baz comes back, but we're going to get Mason warming up. Matt Wallner, our old friend, struck out looking, and Luis is hurt. Well, hell. Back sniff this 2 days. Okay, we're fine. How's Wallner been doing? Good God. He could get like 40 home runs. That might be a bit much. He had what 214 Ks last season. Now he's at 182. Fair enough. All right, Mason, you get the rest of the sixth. Clean as a whistle. And the seventh? Oh, the wheels. The wheels are beginning to fall off. Can he get Rafaela? Hits it into center. Jacob Young lets it drop in front of him. Bases juiced. Marcelo Meyer hits it to second. They go home to get one. Back to first. It's a double play. Come on, lads. Very good. Ranger Suarez is still in this game. He gets Mendez swinging. Bernal, 2 for 2 already, as Victor Vodnik comes in. Gets Bernal to fly out. And Maedroth, unfortunately, grounds out. All right. Yeah, we're going to get Yandere for the 8th. You got this. Good man. And then Keckering's getting the 9th no matter what. All right. 1-run save situation, bottom of the order for the Red Sox. 2 men are aboard, no outs. Alcantara, swing and a miss. Rafaela walked him. Marcelo Meyer hits it into right. Looks like Gabe's going to get it. He does, but it will score the tying run. Here is Roman Anthony. Hits it to second. Maedroth's throw gets him, but the Red Sox tie it up. All right, here we go. Solo shot. We win the game. Gabe Gonzalez up to the plate. Hard grounder second. Jacob Young. Swing and a miss. That leaves us with Miguel Vargas, who I know he has 2 hits already today, but if he has the slugging. You know what? Let's have faith that he can hit a solo shot right here, right now. Nope, he struck out looking. All right. Here's my very simple plan. Keckering is going to face Matt Wallner, and then I'm going to pull him. And he walked him. All right. We're going to bring in Kasperius. I'm hitting the half-inning button. Whatever happens, happens. Both men score. We're going to pinch run for Vargas with, I think let's do Trey Morgan. We're going to have him on the base paths just for a little quicker option. Mendez walks on 4 pitches. I'm going to let Bernal hit. He has 2 hits today. Let's go. Hits it deep into right. That's going to be caught. Should advance Trey Morgan, though. So we have runners at the corners. Only 1 out. Maedroth is now up. Hits it into left. That's caught. Again, should be deep enough to move Trey, and it is. Tying run is on first. Winning run at the plate. Culpepper hits it to short. The throw gets him. We lose 5-4. Keckering blows it. His 5th blown save on the season. Wasted a decent Luis start. Nothing really doing offensively, though. Man. And look, Keckering, he's our closer. Like, we've signed him to a contract extension where he expects to be the closer. So that's unfortunately something that we're just going to have to live with. All right. Yeah, we're going to sim the finale with Mason. Guess I'll just actually flip these with Mason Molina on the mound. And we lose 2-3. Mason pitched okay. Garrett Crochet pitched better. Conley early, 3 shutout innings, 6 Ks. That'll do. That'll do. Only 5 hits offensively, though, no walks. Mendez went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Mydroth went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Ah, man. Draft pick signing deadline. I think everyone is signed, right? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Oh, right. No one claimed Alan Roden off of waivers, so he's just going to go to St. Paul. Okay. Well, folks, after 2 series, we lost both series 1 game to 2. In terms of the wild card standings, we're now 7.5 games out, which means we are on the brink of elimination, unless we probably sweep the Padres. Let's see what we got. Jenkins still has this back spasm issue, man. It's actually insane. I'm gonna put Mendez in. It is a lefty on the mound. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the squad that's out there. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Rock and roll. There we go. Culpepper's on second. Luke Keeschel pops it up. Sadness, despair. Culpepper also, he's on the hunt for 40 steals. He has 33 this season. We'll see if he can get there. As Royce Lewis gets it down, that should score Culpepper. Great throw, though, just not in time. All righty, we're on the board. Gabe grounds out. And Jacob Young follows suit. But we're on the board first. That's something, you know. You got this, John. See? I'm not worried. Ooh, 2 men on, no outs. Luke Keeschel, and he's hit. Don't be hurt, don't be hurt, don't be hurt. We're good. Bases juiced. Royce Lewis walked him too. No argument there. Gonzalez, full count. Hits it into center. That should score 1. Culpepper indeed is in. I'll trade it out for a run in that case. And Jacob Young hits him to a double play. What a. I need to look at his monthly splits really quick. So, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, he had the red hot May. He hasn't been worse than June, which is good. The slugging has been pretty consistent. It's the on base that's been up and down. He had a bad on base month in June. August wasn't great. And then September, he's been one of our worst hitters so far. But that is what it is. And hey, he's our starting center fielder next season. Though, to be fair, we only signed him to a 1-year contract extension. So it's not the most unrealistic thing if we then move him. Mendez flies out. Bernal gets it down. I think we have something in Leo Bernal against lefties because that's been something that's been pretty consistent for a few months now. I think the problem is just he is an average catcher. And Eduardo Tait has the potential to be really good. Uh-oh, runners at the corners, 2 out. Javi Baez flies out to right. How did Javi end up on the Padres? They signed him to a $2.1 million contract. That's how. So his contract with the Tigers expired. He did pretty good for the Tigers slugging wise. Then he signed with the Pirates. Played about half the games, didn't do great. This year he's been a little bit better. They're playing him at third above. Oh God, his defensive ratings are done. That's rough. Hard to see from Javi Baez. All right, clean sixth from Klein. I'm gonna leave him in. Like for the purposes of my bullpen. Do I want to try? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get Prelip warming up. Let's see if John can get me this inning. Not a great start. Sungmun Song gets aboard with a line drive. Barnett pops it up. It was a full count though, so I think he's almost in the red. I'll let him face Machado, and that's it. See if he can get him. Into right, Gabe makes the catch. Hey Jackson Willits, you better or worse against lefties? You are better against lefties. I'm gonna leave Klein in to face him. And he got him. What an outing from John Klein. 7 scoreless. We love to see it. I'm going to mix up then what I do. We're going to have Kasperius take the 8th, regardless of if we score an insurance run or not. So far, that was a no. So I think we're going to go Kasperius just for the 8th. And then I'm going to get Prelip warming up. But if we score any extra runs, Kasperius will get the 9th also. Because then we'll have a really healthy bullpen going into the rest of the series. Back-to-back flyouts, though, makes it seem unlikely. Jacob Young swinging a miss. He has not had a good month. All right, we're going to bring in Prelip for the save. Good man. We get the win 3-0. 3 hits from Culpepper on the day. Shutout from the pitching staff. John Klein especially. Beautiful. Beautiful from him. All right, a win is a win. We take those. Yeah, now we're just back to the top. So I'll play game 2. We're going to sim game 3. Jenkins is still doomed. I'm going to do something a little silly. I'm going to put Miguel Vargas in left. Campos is going to DH. And he's going to bat 9th. So we're about to get morally questionable defensively. But I think let's just see. Let's just see what the lad can do, shall we, in left field. Oh, we're down 1-0. Thankfully, no error from Vargas. All right, Culpepper's on second for Gabe. Hits it into center, but that'll be caught. All right. Oh, they get another. Yeah, if I was looking at John Klein's monthly splits off stream, and let me tell you, they are grim. So I think we're still going to keep Joe Ryan for one more year, partially because if I don't, then like my rotation is Taj Bradley, Shane Boz, maybe John Klein, maybe Mason Molina. Like, it's not a great place to be. But I fear he is hitting a regression wall. But we also may morph into a rebuilding team, in which case we could always trade him if he does well. Nice double from Campos. Very good. His ABs have definitely reduced the last couple of weeks, which I don't love because he's effectively a dead spot on our roster if he's not starting because he can only DH and he's not a huge power guy off the bench either. Geez, they got a fifth. Oh, Joe. What we could always do is void his last contract year and then just try to bring him back in free agency for cheaper. But there's always a chance he gets more money elsewhere. Line out to end that. That'll be it for Ryan. I think we're going to go bullpen the rest of the way. Turn it over to Festa for the fifth. David. Thank you. Like, it's unfair to him because the reason he's making so much money is the the game doesn't work great with arbitration for relievers that were starters at one point. It's not his fault he's making $10 million when he should be making like 6 or 7. It's not his fault. But I will continue to hold it against him. As the Padres go righty out of their bullpen, Gabe Gonzalez deep to right and gone. 403 feet for Mr. Gabe. Jacob Young grounds out. I'm giving him a day off next series. We're going to go Breckheimer for the 7th. Good man. And then ideally, Yandre can get me both the 8th and the 9th. Culpepper, man on second, lined out. All right, we're going to go Yandre. Good man. And he gets me the 9th also. We'll pinch hit for Miguel here. Give Walker the bat. Then on the off chance we score 3 runs, I'll get Watanabe warming up. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Walker grounds out. Meidroth takes the walk. Bernal hits it into left. That is down. Meidroth moves to third. The tying run is at the plate. Ryan Campos swings at the 3-1, hits it up to left and caught. All right. Culpepper's our last out. Hits it back to the pitcher. The throw in time. We lose 5-2. Yeah, I mean, not great from Joe Ryan. I mentioned his monthly splits. If anyone wants to take a batting splits. Whoops. If anyone wants to take a look here. So effectively, his only good month really was April. And even then, like May, the whip was okay, but 5.22 ERA. June, July, August were all bad. September, he's had one good start, one bad one. It really is as simple as that. All right, we will sim through the finale of the Padres series. Taj Bradley on the mound. We get the win. 6-3. Mason Montgomery got popped again. Dude. He really is so hot and cold. It's unreal. I need to work on his control. I think I tried 2 off seasons ago and it didn't work. Eduardo Taillon had 3 hits and 2 of them were home runs. Folks, he's looking good. He's looking good. I think in the offseason, I want to work on his gap power again. The bad eye I can live with, to be frank. I would rather have really good gap power. Yeah, Taj Bradley did really good. Miguel Vargas had an error in third. Stop me if you heard that before. Keckering got a save. Happy with that. All right, off day, which we need. All right. Shane Boz is back. I'm honestly not even going to bother giving Luis the start here. I'm just going to send him down to AAA. And then Shane will come off the IL. And then he's going to get the start in game one. And then after this series, we'll check on standings and the like. All right, so they're going lefty. Campos is cold, which, happens. I'm going to give Walker back-to-back days off and hope that that moves things in my favor. In terms of injury recovery. I'm also going to give Vargas the day off. We're going to have 55, 55, 65, 50. We're going to have Eduardo Tai DH. So we're going to play both him and Leo in this game. We're going to get a little crazy with it. Little crazy with it. Clean first. Uh-oh, 2 men on for Max Muncy. Hits it into center. Now they're not going to get there. Dang. That's going to score both of them most likely. Only the one. Okay. I'll take that. Kent grounds out to first. All righty. Nothing for us in the third or the fourth, but a 2-run shot from Valera. And Shane is hurt again. Dude. I just sent Luis down, Shane. All right. Yikes. All right, we're going Casparius. Thank God we just had that off day. Benjamin, thank you. All right, Mydrot's on second. And Brunel strikes out. Huh? Oh, good. Casparius is hurt too. Oh, Lord. All right, in that case, I am going to go Conley early after all. You got this, buddy. All right, Mendez is on second. Luke Keeschel gets it down into center. That should score Mendez if he had the courage. And it does. Very good there. We're on the board. They have switched to a righty. Roy strikes out looking. And Gabe gets it down. We'll keep the line moving. Runners at the corners now for a slumping Jacob Young, who flies out to right. All right. Yeah, come on, early. No, he allowed a solo shot. Damn it all. Can you get Luis Garcia Jr.? He can indeed. Luis Vasquez. It's a short grounder. Got him. All right. Good work there from early. Nothing for us in the seventh. We're going to go Breckheimer. We're going to go Breckenheimer for the seventh. You got this, Alex. Good man. And then Watanabe for the eighth. Oh, he allowed a homer. And now Watanabe's hurt. That is 3 pitchers that just got injured in this game. 3. And we lose 1-5. 3 men got hurt. Boz got hurt. Kasperius got hurt. Watanabe got hurt. So let's take a look and figure that out, shall we? So we don't have an off day. We have 1 off day. So Shane Boz is starter 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4. Boz is back here. That should be fine. It does still say a week though. Because I mean, for the 2-week IL, he's effectively out for the season. So I don't really want to pull him just yet. All right, we're gonna play game 2 with Mason Molina on the mound and a plethora of injured relievers. Jacob Young's getting the day off. Walker Jenkins to center field. We'll give Trey Morgan the start in left, because that's just where we're at as a society right now. Joey Cantillo for the Yanks. Gets Gabe to ground out there. All right, Mason. Come on, buddy. You got this. See? I'm not worried. Ooh. Bernal, Culpepper on board. Luke Keeschel. Swinging a miss. Royce Lewis. Struck out looking. You know what? At least Keeschel swung at the damn thing. Yankees get their first run. Oh, look, an Aaron Judge solo home run. Chase Maedroff. A triple. Very good, sir. Let's see if we can bring him around. Here's Bernal. Swing and a miss. Trey Morgan. Strikeout looking. And Culpepper flies out. Literally, if either of the first 2 hit that flyout, we have a run right now. Clean 5th from Mason. I have a pretty kind of an injured bullpen, but Festa's good. Prelip's good. So I think I'll see if Mason can get me some outs here. Vasquez flies out to Jenkins, who, by the way, still hurt, still suffering the back spasms. Dominguez hits it to short. Culpepper's there. Got him. Can he get Aaron's Judge? Revenge. 2-2 pitch. Hits it into left. Trey Morgan makes the catch. That'll be it for Mason. Very good start from him today. Now, if only I could get him some run support. Trey Morgan on cue. Flies out to center. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. All right. When's Kasperius? 5 days. Okay, yeah, then I'll go Festa. All right, really good outing from Mason. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Pretty good. Clean 7 from Festa. There we go. Royce Lewis hits it into right. That's down at the car rental sign. That'll score Luke Keeschel. We have the lead. Festa only on 13 pitches, so I think my plan A is he's going to start the 8th. Jenkins hits it deep into center. No luck. All right. We're going to the 8th. I'm going to get Keckering warming up, but it's the bottom of the order. My hope is that we can have Aaron Judge come up in the 9th with no one on base. Ben Rice. Flies out to center. Very good. Muncy, swing and a miss. Luis Garcia. Ah, gets on base. All right, that's it for Festa. Because I need Keckering to get this out. Man, I thought that thing was out of the park. I was about to get very frustrated with our closer. They are going lefty. I'm going to let Vargas hit. I'm going to have faith that he's going to get me a home run. I have faith. The faith was misplaced. I had the wrong guy. It was Mr. Bernal who would get me the home run. My mistake. I'm going to pinch hit here with Mendez because I was going to bring him in as a defensive sub anyway. Might as well give him an AB here. Yeah, he struck out. Culpepper gets it down and right. I mean, hey, I would love for this not to become a save situation anymore. I would love it. Never mind. Culpepper got thrown out by a guy with 55 arm. Tell me how that makes sense. All right, Mendez in left. Keckering for the save. Gets it done. We win 4-1 against the Yankees. Bernal with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Lovely work. Really good from the staff today. Luke Keeschel had 2 steals. He's up to 22. He's not going to get like the low 30s marks he had last season, but good still to see the speed. All right, 5 days for Shane. So Klein, day off. Ryan, Taj, Molina, Boz. Yeah, that's the math. All right. We're going to sim the finale of the Yankee series, and we win it, and Trey Morgan is done for the season. Oh, man. Well, that sucks. I mean, John Klein had an okay start. We got the win, which is good, but Trey Morgan goes down 6 weeks. Yikes. There is a genuine argument that we shouldn't bring him back in arbitration next season. I'm honestly kind of considering it, but who knows? All right, we have an open roster spot. What do I want to do with it? I don't think I need infield help. I don't really like the idea of calling Rodin like back. That seems a bit silly. Trey Broussard, honestly, might be the pick. Jacob McCombs. I think there's a similar argument there for him and Broussard. I think McCombs is a better bat. Yeah, defensively, it's Trey. I think we're going to go McCombs. Let's call him up. Let's get him going. 25 years old, really good season in AAA so far. Let's get him in the building, sim a couple days. Sergio Jimenez gets player of the week in AA. Oh boy. Very good. Happy with that. Look at his wonderful numbers. Yeah, he should be in AAA next year. Sweet. All right. So we have played through, 3 series at this point? We played through 4 series. We are exactly where we were before, 10 games below 500. At this point, we're 6 games back. The wild card number for the Blue Jays is 10, with 12 games remaining. So we're technically still in this thing at least. We have that going for us. All right. All right. We have the A's. Let's see. Oh yeah, Keishel can go to first now. Meidroth can go to second. Vargas can be our backup. First baseman against lefties, it doesn't really change. All right, let's play game 1. And Walker, dude, like, are you ever going to be back to normal? We're going to, you know what? Jacob McCombs, my good man, is going to make his MLB debut here today against lefty. And then Campos is going to get the start at DH over Vargas. And we're just going to roll with it. You know what? I'm bringing an ice cold Joe Ryan into probably the most hitter friendly ballpark in baseball. He'll be fine. We have too many board for Gabe Gonzalez, who pops out to center. And Jacob Young strikes out looking. You got this, Joe. Clean first inning and a clean second. Oh, boy. Fulford's on second, or on third, excuse me. Soderstrom strikes out. Can we go 2 for 2? Not quite. All right. A's take the lead. I think if we don't sweep the A's, we're pretty much done in terms of the playoffs. Oh, come on. How tall is that? 335 feet. I hate this ballpark. I hate it so much. 335 is kind of insane. Nothing in the 4th for us or the A's. Keishel is on second. They go righty out of the bullpen. Something to keep in mind as Royce Lewis pops it up. All right. Kasparis is still hurt, so I'm gonna get Festa warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble at all. In that case, I will get Breckheimer warming for the 7th. Ooh. Jacob Young is on second. Campos grounds out to first. Well, all right, McCombs, get yourself the RBI in your debut. Nope. The humble pop up. Down he goes. All right. Bottom 7. That's going to be it for Jacob Ryan. I mean, if he allows one less earned run, that's a really good start because he didn't walk anybody. He had 7 Ks. That damn Brett Rooker home run. Oh, solo shot from Muncy. Breckheimer's not having a good day. Does get the K. Can he get Wilson? Nope. Oh, this is going to hurt the ERA. Decent throw, but not quick enough. No, well, we injured Jeff McNeil. Well done, everyone. Yikes. Don't walk, Fulford. You did not. Gets the ground out. I'll let him face Soderstrom. Let's just see if we can get him. Hits it into right. Gabe is there. Yeah. Think we are getting very close to that. Minnesota has been eliminated from playoff contention. It took us until literally the last day of the season to be eliminated from playoff contention last year. This year, I think it will come much, much sooner. We're going to go Conley early for the 8th. Conley, just get the outs. Thank you, sir. That'll be it. We lose 0-5. Not a bad start from Joe Ryan. Both Campos and Bernal were caught stealing. That's pretty funny. They sent a 45 stealing guy. Oh, Lordy. Walker Jenkins still hurt. All right, we're in a sim game 2 with Taj Bradley on the mound. We do win it 7-3. Keisha has a triple. Vargas has a home run. Jacob Young with 3 hits. Try to get him back on the horse there. Kasparius gives up the run. I think the AI might have pitched him when he was still hurt there, but Keckering gets the save. All right. Yeah, so Boz is going to get skipped. So we're going to go Mason Molina for the rubber match. And this is a must-win game. This is, without question, a must-win game. If we don't win it, our playoff hopes might be goodbye. We're going to give Merrick Houston the start at shortstop. We're going to have Culpepper get a little day off. He did just have 4 hits. Yeah, it'll be fine. And then Campos is just going to have to hit Mason Molina on the mound against Zane Taylor. Great name. You got this, Mason. See? Nothing through 3, but 2 men on. Jacob Young. And he gets it down and left. Run, you fools. All right, we're on the board. And Meidroth whiffs to end that fun. Go to the 4th. Clean inning of work from Mason. Swing and a miss from Eduardo. You know what? At least Campos hit the ball. That is also kind of the problem I've run into. My leaders and captains in the clubhouse are Royce Lewis, Trey Morgan, and Campos. Trey Morgan isn't a starter anymore. Ryan Campos has ice cold and been effectively benched. And Royce Lewis isn't getting that much run against righties, so none of my big boys are really playing. Mason's on 86 pitches. I'm going to call his start there, and we're going to get Festa going. Yeah. 0 for 3 day from Merrick Houston. Unfortunate. That'll be it for Mason. 6 shutout innings, 5 hits, no walks, 8 Ks. And David immediately allows the tying run. And now runners are at the corners. I am going to say some words. Let's hope Prelip can get this out. Hit the short. Fielder's choice. Dunzo. All right. We're going to the 8th. They're going lefty, so I'm pinch hitting for Campos here. It's going to be a Royce Lewis. I debated Culpepper, but if I'm pinch hitting Culpepper, I want him in the field. And Royce grounds out. Come on, Mendez. Take the walk. Take the walk. Take the walk. Good man. Now we're going to. Oh, wait. They went righty again. I mean, that's fine. We'll pinch hit all the same. Culpepper will come in. And he gets it down in center. Very good. We have life for like the first time this whole game. Keishel, that's going to land in right. Neither of the runners went on contact. I'm going to pretend to ignore that. Gabe Gonzalez strikes out. Them not going on contact may have just cost us the game. Indeed, it did. Well, maybe not the game, but it definitely cost us 1 run there. All right. Culpepper takes over at short. Connor Prelip obviously is getting the 8th. Clean as a whistle. I'm going to get Watanabe warming up. He's going to get the ninth no matter what. It's a tie ball game or a save. Jacob Young gets it down. Yeah, we're going to run on Fulford. Jacob, you have 70 stealing. Thank you. All right, let's see if Mydroth can bring him around. He gets it down and left. That should be enough. Throw, not in time. Imagine going to the cutoff, man. It's September. There are playoff hopes on the line. Throw it home. Eduardo gets it down in center. Mydroth will score. 3-1 ball game, still 0 outs. And Royce Lewis hits into a double play. I think Quentin Young may become our everyday third baseman more than we had planned. All right, Watanabe's coming in for the save situation. Gets it done. We win the rubber match 3-1. Really happy with that. David Festa again. Like what is his ERA in September? 4.91. Nice. Oh, brother. We're still not eliminated. We're still going. All right, St. Louis Cardinals, Shane Baz on the mound. Let's rock. Hey, Walker Jenkins is finally no longer under the effects of his injury. What a time. 50, 55, 65. I'm going to have Gabe DH. McCombs will take right field. Yeah, we're going to do that. Shane Baz on the mound against, I assume, Christian Javier. I assume correctly. Ooh, 2 men are aboard. Vargas pops it up to center. Dang it, Miguel. Luke Keeschel does make it to second. That's some aggressive base running right there. It matters not as Jacob Young lies out all the same. All right, Shane Baz didn't have to miss too long because of that injury. He didn't really end up missing a start. Well, he allowed 2 runs. Maybe I wish he did. Maybe I wish he did. As the McCombs flyout ends the inning. Oh, man. Shane just keeps allowing a man on second, but never allows him to score. Mydroth hits it into left. That's down. The failed dive is brutal. That'll score 1. Alec Burleson has turned into Shadowcat from the X-Men. Wait a minute. Where's Buxton? Oh, come on. You have Buxton sitting against your former team. Let me play him. I want to face our old friend. Let me play Bucks. Let me face him. All right, Shane, give me the 4th at least, please. Oh my God. He allows a 3rd run. If you're only going to get me like 4 or 5 innings, at least have the decency to allow 1 or no runs. Steady allows 3. Grim. Lead off double from Gabe. I like that a lot. Vargas walks. 2 men are aboard. Jacob Young attempting the redemption arc. Hits it into right. That's down. Bases are loaded. Chase Mydroth hits into a very depressing fielder's choice at home. Walker Jenkins gets it down in center. That should score 2. Indeed. All right, tie ball game. 3 apiece. Eduardo Tait grounds out, but it moves both men over. McCombs hits it into right. That is down. Very good, sir. Yay. For his first MLB hit, he gets 2 RBIs. That'll play. All right, 2-run lead. We will take that into the 6th. That'll be it for Shane Baz. I forgot to get Montgomery Warman back up. That's on me, folks. Mason, thank you. We're going to go old school. We're going to go early for the 7th, Yandre for the 8th, Keckering for the 9th. So thank you, Mason, for your service. Connolly. Double steal on Eduardo. And Walker gets it down in left. That'll score 1. Suarez strikes out. That's massive. Double play. We're out of this thing. Herrera flies out to center. The throw in does not move Mason Wynn. Alec Burleson swings on the 3-1, hits it into right. McCombs is there, and it's caught. Hoo-wee! That wasn't worrisome at all. All right, we're going to go Rojas for the 8th. Oh, boy. 2 men on. Mason Wynn. You got this, Yandre. Come on. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. No such luck. Mason hits it into center, and that's going to score the tying run. Never mind, he doesn't run. He's a coward. All right, we're bringing in Keckering. Full count. And he walked in the tying run. All right, tie ball game going in at the 9th. We're going to pinch hit for McCombs here. We're going to give Mendez the bat. And he struck out. He's now 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter for those keeping track at home. And Culpepper gets hit. We're going to run him. Relax. All right, he gets the steal down. Keuchel strikes out. Gabe Gonzalez hits it 5 feet in front of the plate. All right, Mendez takes over on right. Keckering, good luck. Good man. All right, so for the 10th, we're going to go Prelip. I don't really have a good pinch running option. Well, I mean, I do. It's Marcuson, but I don't have a good defensive option after that. So Gabe's just going to stay as our ghost runner. Miguel pops up. Jacob Young decides he also wants to fly out to the center fielder. Ah, hello, Byron Buxton. 2 ABs against us. He struck out twice. You can take the player out of Minnesota. Mydroth walk. Walker Jenkins hits it to second. Easy ground out. We didn't even move the ghost runner. Like, let's see if Keckering can get Buxton again. They're going for the walk. I mean, or the bunt rather. All right, Keckering gets Buxton. We're gonna go Prelip to face Schumann. And he gets it through. That's your ball game. Yeah. We had that. We had that one, and then every single reliever gave up a run. Terrible. Terrible. Vargas also had his sixth error at third. Like, this dude is such a bad third baseman. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. I don't know what to make of Conley early. He can't be a starter. His ERA as a starter is a 5.88. As a reliever, it's a 3.3. So that's just that. But man. All righty. We move now. Game 2 of the series. We're going to sim it with John Klein. We win it 3-0 as they had one hit and three walks the whole ball game. John Klein, 6 shutout, one hit, 2 walks, 8 Ks. Rojas, 1 2/3, a walk and a K. Watanabe gets the 1-out hold. Keckering gets the save. Poor Rojas had to throw 50 pitches in 2 days. This poor man. All right. How long was that? Yeah, that was a 5-week back spasm injury, which is actually crazy. All right, going up against the lefty again. What do I want to do here? I'm going to have Campos bat seventh at DH. We're going to see if he can hit the lefty. And then Royce Lewis can go to the bench. Miguel Vargas will actually take third. Joe Ryan on the mound. There's a chance if we lose this, we are eliminated from the playoffs. Because I don't know what other teams have done in their respective series for this set. But there is a chance if we lose this, we're out of it. Culpepper grounds out to Strand Campos. We go to the bottom of the third. Clean as a whistle. Vargas. Hey, they're playing Buxton. Good on them. I still think trading Buxton was objectively the correct decision. I just think it sucks that we got literally nothing for him. Which is a little bit of a shame, but Gonzalez has an RBI double. And Jacob Young flies out to left. Walker Jenkins, full count. Hits it into center. That's down. Scott has a decent arm. But they hit the cutoff, man. It is September. We're all fighting for the playoffs. Throw home. They try to hit and run. It did not work. Campos grounds out. Or not even hit and run. 3-2 the full count with 2 outs. You're always running. Clean fifth from Joe Ryan. He's having a good day. Vargas with a solo shot. Like, that's the thing. Vargas is really, really good against lefties. But is it worth it to keep him on the roster if really all he can do is DH? He's either a bad defensive third baseman against lefties or he's a DH only against lefties. And that's a little bit of a scary position. Like, we can't keep both Campos and Vargas because then effectively I have two guys that can really only DH. And having one go against righties and the other go against lefties is terrible. That's just objectively where we're at. It's Burleson to pop up. Very good. Sosa hits it to third. Vargas gets it. Here's Victor Scott third. Hits it to second. Got him. Very good from Joe Ryan today. Campos is on second, and a balk moves him to third. No argument there against me. The fact that Joe Ryan has a perfect game going right now is completely irrelevant. Well, that was depressing. Campos gets nailed and Culpepper strikes out. All right, so Joe Ryan has a perfect game at the moment. I'm obviously still going to warm up my guys, but we'll see what happens. He gets Schumann. He's at 100 pitches. Mason Wynn grounds out to first, only on 2 pitches. Raniel Rodriguez hits it up into right. Caught. Perfect game through 7 for Joe Ryan. I'm letting him pitch this, to be clear. Like, whether we make the playoffs or not is, obviously we'd like to, but, you know, let's try to see if the man can get a perfect game. Why not? Why not? We have a decent enough lead where as long as I have a reliever ready in the pen that I can just slam in, we're good. To that end, I think I'll have it be Breckheimer. That's fine. There goes the perfect game, folks. Suarez ends it. Joe Ryan, 7 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 9 Ks. We'll bring on Breckheimer for the 8th. Try to slam the door here. He gets Herrera. Our old friend Byron Buxton pops up to 3rd. Alec Burleson is aboard after the error. Who do they give the error on there? Breckheimer gets the error. Sosa hits it up to left, but we're there, no issue. All right. Who do I want for the save? I think I want Frelip for the save. Ooh, unless it's no longer a save situation. I'm going to pinch it for Campos here. We're going to give Royce Lewis the bat, go for some power, hit a 2-run shot, 5-0 lead, bang. Well, he hit it back to the pitcher. He did, in fact, simply hit it back to the pitcher. Bernal grounds out to end the fun. All right. Frelip is coming on for the save. 2 men are aboard, but there's 2 outs. Suarez hits it into center. Jacob Young gets over, caught. We get the win, 3-0. Joe Ryan took a perfect game into the 8th. Exquisite work from him. Really happy with that. He turned back the clock, folks. He showed his mettle. I think it's worth it to keep him around for one more season. Like, think we can do it. All right, so Cantorino, his rehab assignment is over. What I effectively now need to decide is whether it's worth it to even carry him into next season. He's just doing really well for AAA. I'll put him on the 40 man, and then I'll just keep him in AAA. Is he out of options? Yep. All right. Like, really, it's him or Kasparius. Does Kasparius have options? He does. All right, we're just going to flip him. Kasparius is going to drop to AAA. Cantorino is going to come up. He is completely exhausted because the AI had him throw 37 pitches. But we do have an off day, so we'll just see what happens there. Early will move to long relief. Cantorino will take middle relief. All right, let's advance some days. Folks, we have officially missed the playoffs. With 2 series left in the season, September 23rd, we're out. Miguel Vargas also messaging that he wants to work out a deal. Obviously, sucks to miss the playoffs. I would have liked to take it into the final series, but unfortunately, we just ran out of time. I think, honestly, if you want to look at the stretch of games that killed us, this period right here, where, yeah, to end July, we lost the series to the Guardians and then just got swept by the Dodgers and the Guardians again. And we had an okay August the rest of the way, but we just dug ourselves way too big of a hole there. And that was really that. Now that we're officially out of the playoff mix, I don't think really anything will change pitching wise. Starter wise, though, I think we'll make some changes here, just to thin out the ranks a little bit. Culpepper, I want to play. Mydroth, a little bit less. I think we're going to have Merrick Houston take over at second against righties. And then he can bat ninth. Then Gabe Gonzalez, I want to give him more ABs down the stretch. Walker Jenkins, I think, unfortunately, has just kind of hit rock bottom. So Jacob McCombs is going to get the lion's share of opportunity there in left. Everything else is fine. Against lefties, there's nothing really to change. So, all right, well, we're out of the playoffs. I think let me sim games 1 and 2 of the Royal Series, and we'll play game 3. All right, we get the win 8-4. Culpepper has a triple. Very nice. Merrick Houston with a lovely 2-hit performance. Campos gets a pair of hits. Very good. Taj Bradley does good. Breckheimer gets shot for 2 runs. Yeah, his ERA in September is an 8.22. So teams are definitely finding him out. I want to get his ERA back below 4. I want to do it. And then David Festa gave up 2 runs, which I don't even want to talk to him. Regarding a Miguel Vargas extension, I mean, he can't hit righties like at all. He's a lefty specialist DH. Like he wants too much money, I think is the primary issue. I think that's just kind of where we're at with him. All right, let's sim game 2. We lose it 2-7. Molina gets popped. Montgomery got popped for 3. His September ERA is equally horrendous. It's an 8.22. The rim from him. Prelip early shut the door. Gabe Gonzalez 4 for 4 on hits. That finally gets his OPS up to 700. Oh, it took a while. All right, let's play game 3. We got Shane Baz on the mound. They're going righty. Whoops. I think I want McCombs to get a couple more ABs. I'll give Jacob Young the day off. McCombs will go to center. And then Mendez can come in and take left. Miguel Vargas to the bench. Royce Lewis will get the start. Let's rock and roll. You got this, Shane. See? I'm not worried at all. Oh, boy. See? Still not worried. Runners at the corners for McCombs. Hits it into center. That's down. Because I don't think McCombs will have a role on next year's team. However, he does give me pretty good defense at all three outfield positions. Eduardo Tait lines out. That ball stayed in the air for what, like, it defied gravity. It just stayed level, was never really touched there. Campos does score on the sac fly from Merrick Houston. Culpepper grounds out to end the inning. We do get 2 runs for our trouble. See if Shane can give me a couple quick innings here. Gets me the third. Luke Keeschel, leadoff double. Very nice. Swing and a miss from Gabe. Royce Lewis flies out. Nothing doing there. And Campos hits a ball to the International Space Station that somehow comes back down 200 feet in front. And McCombs flies out. You got this, Shane. Oh, the one time he didn't have it. Runners at the corners. We'll go for the steal. And Culpepper gets another. He's at 36. 40 steals is possible. He essentially needs a steal every game the rest of the way, but you never know. It could happen. Gabe strikes out. And Royce Lewis grounds out. All right, we're going to the 6th. Let us get Cantorino warming. Ricardo pops it up. Caught. I want Shane to get me 6 innings. All right, he gets Pasquatch to ground out. Pretty good outing from Shane. Very happy with that. Nothing for us in the 6th. We're going to get Cantorino here to make his season debut in the 7th. Clean inning of work. We'll go Yandre for the 8th. And Merrick Houston, it's a deep to center. That's down. Very good, sir. A nice double. I mean, Merrick Houston has a roster spot next season. He's going to be our backup infielder. It's just a question of like, I don't have enough roster spots for Houston, Trey Morgan, and Miguel Vargas. So, like, there kind of has to be a crunch there. I think the simple solution is just not bring back Miguel Vargas. Gabe Gonzalez gets it down. Merrick Houston's going home. The throw not in time, though it was a laser. Very good there. They're leaving the righty in. I'm leaving Royce Lewis in, and he lines out to right. Yes, technically you can't line out to right, but you know what I mean. We're going to go Yandre for the 8th. You got this, buddy. They tied it up. All right, we'll get both Watanabe and Keckering warming. Ryan Campos leadoff double. We are going to pinch run with Jacob Young. See if we can bring him around. McCombs swing and a miss. Jackson Flora, UCLA, former UCLA prospect. Mendez flies out. And Eduardo grounds out. Wilt. All right, Keckering can sit down. Watanabe, clean inning of work. Let's see if we can walk him off here at home. Houston grounds out. Culpepper lines out. I got bad news, Luke Keeschel, about what's probably about to happen. Yep, struck out. All righty. I'm gonna let Watanabe face Harrison Bader, and then I'll pull him. Bam, infield single. All right. In that case, since he got a board, we're just gonna see if Watanabe can eat it. Defensive interference is what we call that. And Bobby Witt hits it to space. Grim. Yeah. Good luck, Orion. Mhm. Yeah, we lost 7-4. Well done from both Watanabe and Keckering to blow it. Yikes. I really don't know what I want to do about Watanabe. It might come down to just how much money he wants in arbitration. You never know. All right, last series of the season. So my three starters: Klein, Joe Ryan, Taj Bradley. Think that is perfectly fine. We're gonna sim game one. John Klein on the mound. We win it in 11. Fair enough. We scored one in the bottom of the ninth to tie it. It was a Culpepper solo home run. Very good, sir. And then he hits the sac fly to walk it off. Look at Kalen Culpepper. What is his September splits? All exquisite. The on base percentage, obviously, ignore it, but 473 slugging. Exquisite. Lovely work. Keckering again, dude. Rojas gets the blown save, which is rough because he inherited Keckering's problem. Montgomery gets the win. Breckheimer, 2 scoreless. That brings his ERA below 4. We love to see it. Actually, let's play the last 2 games. Let's have Joe Ryan get this one, Taj Bradley get the next. Keisha has a bruised shoulder. That's rough. I'll give him the off day today. Miguel Vargas can take over at first. Royce Lewis will take third base. I'll give Gabe the day off today. Mendez will take over in right. Of him bats 7th. And then I'll give Mitre off this game and then rest him for the finale. All right, let's rock. Joe Ryan on the mound. He took a perfect game into the 8th last outing. And he's already given up 2 runs. Royce Lewis, RBI triple. Is it possible? Oh, and Jacob McCombs is down. Torn hamstring, out for the season. Rough. Very rough from him. We'll bring Walker Jenkins into the game since he only played once in the Royals series also. Yikes. I won't bother bringing anyone up to replace him. Because really the only one I would be like Alan Roden. And I would rather give like Mendez the start and right or Gabe or whatever. So, all right. Jenkins will just take over and left. Pretty simple that. You got this, Joe. He allows a third. Swing and a miss from Walker. Though he did take a perfect count. Perfect count, wow. Full count, I should say. Max Anderson. He looks good. They just called him up in 2029. If the Tigers wait until 2029 to call up Max Anderson, then something has gone horribly wrong. I don't know if he gets called up this year, but he definitely gets called up in 2027. We try to get ambitious. So pretty bad start from Joe Ryan to end the year, but We will always have that near perfect game in our heart of hearts. We'll know it to be true. My draughts on second for Vargas, who promptly pops it up. Ryan Ritter is such a Tigers player. God. There we go. RBI single for Campos. All right, David, give me the sixth. Good man. Mendez on second for Eduardo here. Swing and a miss. I think I asked David to go a touch too long. Gets McGonigal to fly up. That'll score a run easy. See if you can get Max Anderson. Indeed, he can. All right, that will. You know what? Yeah, that'll be it. I'll go Cantorino to face Kyle Stowers. Gets him to ground out. Pretty good. Nothing for us in the seventh. They have a man aboard in the eighth, but he gets Alderman swinging. Cantorino's stamina is also dead. Because I don't think I got a fresh scouting report on him since he came back from injury. That might have to be something I look into. All right, Conley earlier warm up. He'll get the ninth. We're going to pinch it for Campos. Give Bernal the bat. Or Campos finish with a nice 3-for-3 day, especially if they're going to lefty. Bernal flew out. We tried, folks. There we go. Solo shot from Royce Lewis. We're making it into a save situation at least. What now, Tigers? And Walker pops up. Man, I need to look at his splits to remind myself if there was ever a point in this season where he was actually doing good. I'm sure there was. I just can't really remember it. All right, bottom of the ninth. 3 runs to tie, 4 to walk it off. Mendez gets us started with a lovely line drive into right. Eduardo gets it down and left. Very good, sirs. 2 runners in scoring position. Up steps Chase Mydroth. Hits it to first. They go home. On the animation, he looked safe. He is. Suddenly, we have something here. Let's get Connor Prelip warming up again. Here's Culpepper. He's 0 for 4 today. Hits it to second. They get the double play, but we get the run. So now Miguel Vargas. He has been a lefty killer this season. Can he get a home run to tie this ball game? He does not, but he gets a line drive into left. And he is now on second. Very good there. We are indeed going to pinch run with Merrick Houston just to get a little bit more speed. Leo Bernal up to the plate. And it's into third, thrown across the diamond for the out. Tyler Hurlton got hurt on that one, and we lose 6-5. We scored 3 runs in the 8th and 9th. Could not overcome the poor Joe Ryan start. Royce Lewis had his first triple of the season. That's always fun. Yeah. Unfortunate. Take the loss. Jacob McCombs out for the season. So he only really got 6 games of work, but he got a couple doubles. Did I? So we're not going to replace him with anybody. We're just going to play with, one guy less down here. All right, Taj Bradley is going to get the final start of the season. Start number 32 for him. All right. Is anyone? Let's see here. They're going. Oh, it's Scoob. Lovely. Love that for us. Hello. Hello, Mr. Scooble. How are you? Yeah, I think honestly, I'm cool with going with this lineup. I think with the exception of Mydroth, I'll give Merrick Houston the second base run. Campos. Oh, he is so close to a 700 slug though. But hey, Vargas is here to hit lefties, so we're going to see if he can do it. All right, Taj Bradley on the mound against an injured and tired Tigers lineup. Nothing for him in the first. Oh boy. Nothing for him in the second. Nothing for anyone, but two men are on. Swing and a miss from Alderman. Taj is already on a bajillion pitches, which isn't great because I do not have the most fit bullpen right now in terms of stamina. Let's see if he can get Amador to end the inning. Indeed, he does. Good man. Anything for us in the fourth. Luke Keeschel is on second. Royce Lewis hits it into right. Gonna be caught though. Wild pitch moves him to third. A line drive here. We're on the board. Gabe takes the walk. Two men on Jacob Young. And he pops it up. Man, oh man. All right, can Taj give me the fifth? Looking unlikely. I'll let him face Torque, though. Mistake. Torque gets it down. The throw home is very good, but not in time. All right, that'll be it for Taj. They do not plate the other runner. Vargas swings at the 3-1 and promptly grounds out. And McGonigal is hurt. Whoops. Oh, Connolly. Hit the first. Oh, you could have had a double play there if you had the courage. If you had the courage, sirs. Max Clark pops it up. Should be an easy enough catch. Despite the fact that that was the slowest ball in the history of the world. Gage Workman, the replacement for McGonigal, hits it to second and is thrown out. All righty. Nothing for us in the sixth. We're going to turn it over to Connor Prelip for the seventh. Clean inning of work. See if we can get something going here. Gonzalez swinging a miss. Jacob Young swinging a miss. We're going to pinch hit here for Vargas. Ryan Campos is going to get the bat. Another full count. Hits it deep into center, but that will be caught by Max Clark. Go to the eighth, and they get a second on Prelip. Rough outing there. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do Breckheimer because, yeah, none of my starters are really ready. Or Cantorino. Actually, Cantorino, just because he didn't get much work this season. Jenkins K's. Scooble is at 102. Another full count. He strikes out Bernal. He's at 108. Merrick Houston takes the walk. They pull him. They go Ty Madden. Merrick Houston gets the steal. Very good. Come on, Culpepper. Hits it hard to third in error. Oh, no. Amador can't get there. We'll go for the steal. Oh, and they gunned down Culpepper. That's annoying. All right. Cancerino is going to get the ninth. Max Clark is on second, though. But Torque goes down looking. Kyle Stowers hits it to first. Simple relay. All right, bottom of the ninth. Luke Keeschel is up first. Hits it into right. Caught pretty simply. We now go to Royce Lewis. Hits it back to the pitcher. Easy out there. And Gabe Gonzalez, our last out of the season, hits it into right. Gets down in front of the sprinting fielder. And he has a double. We're going to pinch hit for Jacob Young here. We're going to let Chase Mydroth take the bat. Hits it into left, down in front. Holds Gonzalez to third. Ryan Campos steps to the plate. A chance at glory for the designated hitter. What may be his last at bat as a Twin. Hits it in to center. That is down. Gabe will score. Mydroth goes to third. Campos brings his OPS above 700. The final game of the season. And now Walker Jenkins, ice cold. Been very poor the whole year. A chance to walk off the Detroit Tigers. Hits it into center. That is down. One run will score. Campos runs home and he is safe. We walk off the Tigers to end the season with pride. Well done. Well done. We score all 3 runs in the 9th inning. Very good. All parties involved. That was with 2 outs also. Very, very good. We get to win. We get the win. Finish on a high note. Campos picked up an injury in the slide. Back stiffness 2 weeks. He had a pretty good last few months. I think the thing with him that, like, if he does end up being our DH, we're just going to have to live with the fact that there's really no power there whatsoever. It might be worth it to work on his gap power, to be fair, but that's just kind of where we're at. All righty. The regular season has finished. We finished the year 77 and 85. For reference, that is our first sub 500 season. Last year we went 84 and 78 and missed the playoffs. So pretty big swing, all things considered. Pretty disappointing. I am going to sim just through the playoffs really quick. And then that is where I will end off on. And then next episode, we can just start with the off season. Taj Bradley named AL Starter of the Month. Very nice. Let me look at his stats. September, 5 starts, 28 innings pitched, 29 hits, 3 earned runs, 9 walks, 33 Ks. Very good. Yeah, I don't know if he's our ace of the future. With this potential and how it is, he's not. But he's a really good starter. He just finished year 1 of his $90 million contract extension. I'm happy with it. I think there weren't a lot of pitchers I was happy with this season, but He's up there. Looks like for those curious, Blue Jays made the final wild card spot. All right. We're just going to go through the playoff rounds. Cedar Rapids players are retiring. Oh, Mason Morris retired. Wow. That's a little rough. He was pitching okay in our system for a bit. I don't know why the AI sent him down into high A. Wonder if that's why he retired. I hope it's not. Also, I thought I had a max age set. I'll have to go back and look. I will have to go and look. Looking at the playoffs so far, Tigers beat the Red Sox, Blue Jays beat the Guardians, Braves beat the Reds, and Mets beat the Rockies. Simmon through. Orioles beat the Tigers, Blue Jays beat the Mariners, Braves beat the Phillies, and Mets beat the Brewers. I predict Braves Blue Jays for the World Series. Yep. International complex players, we'll deal with that when we get there. KBO posts one player, Sungyup Na. I mean, fair enough. He's crushed in Korea. Obviously, we don't need him. Let's keep it going. Orioles Mets. Battle of the Orange. Place your bets. Who you got? Dimming through to November. That also means a fresh scouting report, and I'm scared. Oh, wow. The World Series is going for a little bit. Blue Jays won it in 7. Very nice. Congratulations to the Orioles. Cody Funderburk got a ring. Wow, he was lights out for them. He was insane. 62 innings, 201 ERA, 1.110 whip. Equally good in the playoffs. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, because the Blue Jays signed him in for agency. Looks like they waived him at before opening day. Orioles picked him up. Good on him. Funderburk gets a ring. Happy with that. Always fun. Looks like he is the only former Twin on the team. All right. Okay. Our contract is extended. We did not get fired. That's good. Our pitching coach did retire, so we will need a new pitching coach for next season. Budget 248. Well, the budget went down. I hate Tom Poland. I really do. That's fine. Prospect list published. We wouldn't have anyone in the top 10. Mohia is. Oh, this is batting. Just give me the whole list. Well, he is 26, Estrella's 29, Woolers is 47, Eduardo is 56, Wyland Moss is 100. All right, 5 top 100 prospects ain't bad. Not bad. All right, development series, arbitration, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I need to think about this one on whether or not we want to keep Joe Ryan around for one more season because I think objectively he just had the worst season of his career at age 33. I think the good news, if you want to look at some of his numbers, walks, I mean, were about what they've been his whole career. Ks were up from last year. Home runs were only up only by a little. The concerning numbers, obviously, 130 whip and 310 BABIP. He'd make 15 million next season if we want to keep him around. My other concern is that he has not really had a positive ratings development since April of 2027. Since then, everything has been down. Even when his overall potential goes up, it goes down immediately. So that is something to keep in mind. Another aspect of this is we have very little money available for free agency. Part of that is because we have a pretty big scouting and development budget on purpose. So there is that. Right now, he would be our third most expensive player next season, and probably like what, our third best starter. Like, do I like him over Shane? I don't know. I think I'm in the camp of we keep him for one more season. The 40 stamina is also concerning because let's see, he had 170.1 innings out of 34 starts. I mean, that's essentially 5 innings a start. That might actually be exactly 5 innings a start now that I do the math in my head. I mean, he had one good month, and it was April. Everything else, his ERA was in the fives. He did well against lefties. The slugging's a touch high, but I can live with that if the on base percentage is a 304. What killed him was that righties had a 550 slugging against him. That's insane. I think, though, I want to keep him. I think I'm going to keep him. We're going to execute the option. So he will stay with us for one more season. He's obviously no longer the ace. I think Taj Bradley is going to have that next year, and we will have to figure out what the heck to do about the rotation the rest of the way. To get a preview of arbitration, we have a lot of guys up. Some of them we know we're not bringing back. Others, good God. Vargas, obviously, we're not giving the qualifying offer to, so we're just going to let him walk in free agency. There is a world where we bring him back, but I don't quite know what that world is. I'll look through all of these minor league guys for who I want to keep. And yeah, we will have some decisions to make. We have now missed the playoffs 2 years in a row after making it in year 1 and 2 of the series, which obviously regrettable, but we've got to turn it around somehow. So I will have to figure that out off stream. Our next episode will likely be probably later in this week, potentially on Thursday. If not, then the weekend. And we might blow a lot of this team up, especially that rotation. We shall see. But for now, I thank you all for watching. Obviously, with the result not what we wanted, 77-85, disappointing season. But I will see you next time, where it will be the off season before year 5. We have some work to do. See you then.